Hello, hello, single lady finance. Here we are once again. Um, this quick video, I'm touching on a topic of Christmas shopping buyer's remorse. Yes, buyer's remorse. The holidays recently passed. Everyone was excited. More than likely, we probably overspent a bit. And, the thrill from the likes that we got on Instagram and Facebook, posting our pictures, matching pajamas, all of that. The thrill is gone now. Real life is starting to kick back in, and maybe the kids have already broken a couple of the gifts that we have gifted them already, and real life is just setting back in. So I want to touch on Christmas shopping buyer's remorse because it's typically around this time where things kind of start to unravel for people. We definitely don't want to get caught up in desperately waiting on our W-2 so that we could find our tax so that we could file our taxes and kind of play catch up once the taxes come. And then we're in a situation where we're using our tax refunds to get out of a hole instead of using our tax refunds to some kind of way better position us for the for the year or whatever. But yeah, Christmas shopping buyer's remorse. It happens to us all. We got lured in by the sales. We set up the afterpays and the Klarnas. We charged the card because we felt this person would like this. And, all of a sudden, we wanted to buy whatever new thing is, maybe mend some relationships. Some of us do shopping out of emotional guilt. Some of us do shopping trying to people please and things of that sort. But this video, we're going to address Christmas shopping buyer's remorse. And I do want to first say, you're not alone. I do want to first say, you are not alone. Everyone may not be having this conversation, and some people may be making it seem like they truly had it like that. And, this is kind of a taboo thing to say, like, oh, I don't got it the way that I thought that I did. And, some bills in January might be getting paid a little bit late, if paid at all. But I want to say you're not alone. The average American, doesn't have an emergency fund. I believe the going statistic is like, if someone had an emergency of $1,000, they wouldn't be able to cover it using cash. So, you are not alone. You are an American. You are just like everybody else. So, do forgive yourself. Do give yourself some grace. These feelings are common, and especially when you're on a path to trying to have some sort of financial freedom. Old habits die hard. It just is what it is. So let's start there. I do want to say as well, step number one for just kind of reining it all back in. We have to just kind of look at what damage has been done. You may need to go through a couple bank statements, look at your accounts online, see how much damage was done, see how much time you have between when the next bills are due. Is this a situation where something isn't getting paid, or is this a situation where things are getting paid but they're getting paid with a late fee, or they're getting paid with some interest attached to it? Kind of assess where you are. And once you've kind of went through, looked at your numbers, seen like, okay, this isn't as bad as I thought it was, or okay, this is, I did way more than I feel like I can handle. From there, you can create your game plan. And when I say creating your game plan, not only am I saying that in terms of your game plan, in terms of what are you going to do to kind of coast yourself until you get some kind of windfall of money, until you can pick up some extra shifts until whatever may happen to relieve you of this damage that you did while Christmas shopping. But I also want to talk about assessing how much was done and breaking the cycle for next Christmas. And when I say breaking the cycle, do we need to create a savings account so that we can see, like, okay, I spent $2,000, whatever $2,000 is divided by 11, that's what I need to start aiming to save every single month, and I'm going to put that in a savings account. Do we need to create a plan to shop? Maybe this year you shop for 15 people. Maybe you need to go back and really reassess, like, okay, out of all these people, looking at the gifts that they gave me, looking at the strength of our relationship, how can I cut this list down from 15 to maybe 10 or 12 or something like that? Maybe you need to assess, my gift giving needs to be on certain levels for certain people. Maybe immediate family, you want to spend more on them. Maybe associates, you want to spend a little bit less, and just kind of create tiers. So, your group one, which is maybe the people that live in your house, you're going to spend $500 on. Your group two, people that you care about but don't necessarily live in your home with you, maybe you'll only spend $300 or $200 on them. And then maybe you'll have a group three, which is, these friends or family or associates, that kind of barely made your list. You're only going to spend $50 or $100. Maybe you might create that strategy to kind of tier out your levels of gift giving. The fact of the matter is, everyone should not be getting the same threshold. To buy the same amount, to spend the same amount of money for Christmas on, let's say, a newborn that doesn't even know what Christmas is, will have no recollection of this Christmas, versus on how much you spend on a 14 or a 15-year-old. Again, create and develop that strategy. That might be a little touchy because I know some people just want to have equality across the board when it comes to, their children. But, this is gift giving. This is assessing where you can cut a corner or give yourself a break and where you can't. So, develop that particular plan. Something else that I think is a lovely idea that anyone should do is to create a space or create some sort, it could be a closet, it could be a bin, it could be a storage area. Create a space for you to collect gifts throughout the year. So if you catch a sale, maybe you're buying, candles or something, Bath and Body Works, they have a sale, and you're just buying for yourself or whatever. Grab an extra one or two extra ones and store it away for Christmas, so that by the time Christmas rolls around, you're not getting all your Christmas gifts at once. To get ready to start Christmas and you've already got to get ready to start Christmas shopping, and you've already got 50% of your shopping done. Oh my God, what a relief that would be, right? Now with doing that, you do have to keep in mind, if you are collecting gifts, different sales here and there, different times you spotted different things on clearance and stuff, you do have to keep in mind of who you're giving these gifts for, because in essence, if you buy something in January, there is no gift receipt or any receipt if the person doesn't care for it, if they need to do an exchange, after December of that next year, that option won't be available. So, we do have to be strategic with who we're giving each gift to. We do have to be mindful, if we're buying an electronic or something like that, to open the electronic, make sure that it's working, or if you're buying something that might have a lot of pieces, go ahead, open it, make sure none of the parts are missing or anything like that. But altogether, if you can go ahead and start shopping little by little throughout the year, you're relieving yourself of some burden. And in a perfect world, when Christmas shopping rolls around that following year, you would ideally have 50 to 75% of, if not 100%, of your gift shopping done, and then you won't get caught up in overspending and the holidays and all of that type of stuff. So that's something that could be done to kind of, in the future, just kind of give yourself some boundaries, give yourself some safeguards so that you won't get caught up in overspending on Christmas. Something else that I kind of want to encourage you to do, if you yourself have received gift cards or have received some gifts that you don't necessarily care for, go ahead, use those gift cards to buy future gifts for other people. The thing with gift cards that a lot of people don't realize is that retailers bank on you losing that card, forgetting about that card, and that's just money in the bank for them. So go ahead, immediately use those gift cards so that you don't end up misplacing them, forgetting them, or whatever. Go ahead, expeditiously cash in, get what's owed to you. In terms of gifts that you've received and that you want to repurpose, do be mindful of who gave you that particular gift. Maybe you might have to put a post-it on it or something like that, and when they gave it to you, because what you don't want to do is make the unfortunate mistake of re-gifting that gift either to the same person or to someone within that same social circle. So if someone within your family, gifted you a bracelet or something like that, and you absolutely hate it, you don't want to re-gift that to someone else in the family, for that family member to see someone else wearing a gift that they know that they purchased for you. You want to go ahead and gift that to someone that no way in a million years they will run across the new recipient of the gift. So do be mindful to put a post-it note or something so that you can know who gave you that particular gift, especially if you're, someone that's forgetful. But go ahead and repurpose those gifts that you don't care for. Repurposing that gift is one less gift that you have to buy, for Christmas. I don't know, a baby shower, birthday party. Who knows what function you may attend where you feel the need to want to come with a gift in hand. But yeah, that's a strategy that you can use to avoid buyer's remorse with Christmas shopping. Something else that I do as well is if I get someone a gift, because some people are just bluntly honest, right? Or some people, you can read their facial expressions and their body language, and you know that they don't care for the gift, right? If and I hate to sound like, I'm taking it back, and you don't do this with everyone. You don't want to be an Indian giver, but if someone is kind of leaning towards, you can ask them like, hey, if you aren't feeling the gift, that's okay. I can take it back and, try it again for your birthday if you aren't really feeling it. And, no harm, no foul to me. You can just kind of throw it out there for them to reject the gift. You don't want to be overly pushy about it, but you throw that subtle hint out there. And if they take the bait, then they take the bait or whatever. And you would do this with someone that you know and that you love. You wouldn't do this with, a colleague, or I would say just kind of gauge the person's temperament or whatever. But you got some people that are so crass, that are so honest, they will flat out tell you, you know what, I hate the color orange. I'm not gonna wear this. I don't care for this. I really don't like such and such. And if, again, you're throwing it out there once, and if they take the bait, you go ahead and take your gift back. And this is something that you have to do in the moment. This is not something that you do after the fact, but it's all kind of gauging the person's reaction to it. And it's just kind of like, you know what? No harm, no foul. I totally get it. I got you something. You're not 100% sold on it. I'll do better, with gift giving for you the next time around. And again, if they give you the out, go ahead and take it. Also, I know that one may be a little bit controversial, but I'm telling you, I know some people that keep it so real. I've thrown it out there. They said they didn't care for the gift, and right then and there in the moment, I took my gift back and I changed the subject. And now I will say this. When I did attempt to give them a gift for another occasion, maybe, their birthday rolled around a couple of months later or whatever the case may be, because I knew that I had previously gotten them a gift that they didn't care for, I was extra sensitive to the thing that I got them before. And that's more so with along the lines of like etiquette with gift giving and things of that sort. You can't just give someone multiple gifts in a row that you know that they aren't going to like, because at that point it's just like, okay, is this person doing this on purpose? Does this person not know me or see me at all? That's just kind of a once in a while kind of fluke thing that happens. Don't abuse that, because it definitely can kind of come off as tacky. But you gauge that with whom you're doing that with. Another thing as well, as it comes to buyer remorse with Christmas shopping and stuff, do keep in mind there's like a holiday every single month. So, in January we got President's Day. In February we got Valentine's Day. Go ahead and just kind of mentally opt out of those next two holidays like that. And who knows, whatever little local holidays may come up for you, or with your job or anniversaries or whatever. But just go ahead and opt out of the next couple of holidays. And if that's what you need to do to kind of recover from Christmas, that's what you need to do. Oh, well, so be it. So do keep in mind and anticipate, like, all right, I'm not going to be participating financially in these next upcoming holidays. You can participate for free by maybe attending a celebration or a parade or something. But in terms of you actually going out and buying decorations or buying a t-shirt or whatever, buying a cake, who knows, whatever people are doing to celebrate the next holidays, you can go ahead and mentally decide to just opt out in advance to give yourself some additional wiggle room to financially recover from Christmas shopping that you've done. Another thing that we can also do as well is to try our damnedest to try to avoid payday loans while we're trying to buffer ourselves through this, little mini financial crises or whatever. Payday loans are the absolute worst. The interest rates on them are insane. In some cases, you will pay back double, if not more, than the amount that you initially borrowed. So in this particular case, if we have to sell, some items on Facebook Marketplace, maybe do some side hustles in terms of, an Instacart or Uber or something like that, DoorDash, whatever, we may want to go ahead and, sign up for a couple of shifts or something like that, because we want to avoid taking on additional debt, especially in the form of payday loans. We just don't want to do that. If you want to call and see if you can get an extension on some things, if you want to call your creditors to see if maybe you can get some due dates changed or something like that, if that is the option that is available to you, we want to go ahead and we want to do that. If you want to call up some people that maybe owe you money, and they told you they were going to give your money back on such and such date, and they haven't done it, go ahead and just, maybe you might not get it because they could be in the same boat as well, but you're still giving them a reminder, hey, I still owe I don't know, Mary Jane XYZ, because they probably have likely forgotten. So yeah, if you want to call in on, your some people that owe you money, feel free to go ahead and do that. Also, here is an option as well. This is something that I don't recommend because I find that people can abuse this and then later on get themselves into trouble. But if you want to go ahead and adjust how much your tax withholdings are to give yourself that buffer for 1 or 2 pay periods, go ahead and do that so that you can free up some money for yourself. And if that's something that you don't fully understand, it's definitely nothing to play with, because you're pretty much changing how much money you and the IRS, there's this constant ebb and flow with every time you get paid. You're paying money so that either you don't owe the IRS or you're paying money so that you can owe them. Depending on what your tax strategy is, go ahead and make that tweak to free up some money for yourself. But be mindful to change it back and don't just forget about it. So if you change your taxes within your with your employer to affect your paycheck where you're getting an extra $300, do be mindful that's a change that you made, and be prepared to give that back to Uncle Sam, or be prepared that your tax refund will be that much lower. So that's an option as well. But do that strategically. Don't start abusing that, and just know what you're doing, because Uncle Sam will get his money. You cannot go exempt on filing taxes and not expect to not pay the IRS. They always win. But temporarily, for small amounts, it could possibly be a solution. That's pretty much all that I have to say in terms of Christmas shopping buyer's remorse. Like I said, it does happen to the best of us. It's easy to fall into the traps. We're constantly getting bombarded with, advertisements pushing us, encouraging us to shop, 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 shop. Of course, many of us want to give, our kids the childhoods and the Christmas memories that maybe we didn't have as a kid. So that plays a role into why we overspent. Maybe we went through a divorce or something like that, or maybe your child's father, came through with another fucking disappointment or something like that, and you kind of wanted your kid to forget about it. Who knows why you overspent? But it's done. Past is the past. All we can do is dust ourselves off and just keep going. And that's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do as we continue on our financial journey to try to position ourselves for greater, for better, and for other things. I hope that this information was informative to you. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Share it with someone that may need this message. And I will be coming with another video very soon here on Single Lady Finance. Until next time, take care, ladies. Bye.